To ride on the success of the popular Subaru Outback, Subaru introduced their Crosstrek in 2013. Well, now this is the second generation Crosstrek. We're here in beautiful Victoria. We're going to take this, believe it or not, on the track and off-road. The new Crosstrek is the second vehicle in Subaru's lineup to be built from their new global architecture. This new vehicle is wider and has a longer wheelbase. Exterior changes for the new model include a sporty and aggressive looking front end, available steering responsive LED headlights, and Qashqai daytime running lights. The Crosstrek comes standard with 17-inch wheels, and the top limited model gets brand new 18-inch Ninja Star styled wheels. Now these pylons and this carry-on suitcase, there's just a small example of how much you can fit in the new Crosstrek. First of all, it's 100 millimeters wider now, and as you see, the opening is really square. It doesn't jut out, so a big wide opening, really easy to load things in and out of. You can fit 3 golf bags almost directly straight in. The second generation Crosstrek gets a new premium interior. This is the limited model, and as you can see, it's soft touch everywhere. This one has, certain models get this stitching in orange, which I think is a great color. Also, it comes standard with a 6.5-inch screen. On the higher models, you get an 8.5-inch screen, but on all models, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay come standard. Also in this one, you get dual zone climate control, heated seats, heated steering wheel, and for the first time ever, you get a power driver's seat. Another thing that you get on the Crosstrek with the screen is you get a second display on top. And what's really nice about that is you can display things like navigation, your radio. When a direction comes up, it'll pop up while you need it, and then it disappears. It's a great way to keep your eyes on the road. Because of the longer wheelbase, rear passengers are treated to more leg and headroom compared to the previous model. New Crosstrek also gets a new power plant. It's a 2-liter direct injected boxer engine, but the power doesn't change. It's 152 horsepower and 145 pound-feet of torque. But the difference is that this engine is lighter and the power band is different. It's a lot broader, and it makes it a lot easier to drive. As for transmissions, 2 available. You have the CVT that we're driving here, and that has like a 7-gear step system. You have paddle shifters, so you can emulate driving a manual transmission. It's quite good actually. And with that CVT, for the first time now on the Crosstrek, you get X mode, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Also new is a 6-speed manual transmission instead of the previous 5-speed. Now you cannot get the manual transmission on the top limited model though, so anything below that you can order it with a stick. From the sport model up, you can also get this Crosstrek with their Subaru EyeSight system, and that is the 2 cameras above the mirror, and that gives you your adaptive radar cruise control. It has a blind spot monitoring system. And new for the Crosstrek though is automatic emergency rear braking. So when you put it in reverse, you're going to back up. It has sensors, and not only does it beep, it'll jam the brakes on for you. And we actually tried that out, and it works very well. Kind of startles you, but it works. One of the biggest advantages of this new global platform is how rigid this platform is. 70 to 100% more rigid than the previous model. What does that mean? Way better handling. The best way to test it? To the track. All right, you might hear a little bit of tire squeal. It's because we're in a compact SUV on a racetrack, a very tight one at that. Why are we on a racetrack in the Crosstrek? Well, it's a good way to show a lot of the improvements on this new generation vehicle. We talked about the rigidness. It's 70 to 100% more rigid, and it really makes a huge difference. First of all, the suspension is able to work much better. Normally, a shock angle is kind of more of an angle, and it takes a little bit more of a bump to actually activate or move the shock. The shock system in this Crosstrek is as upright as possible, it doesn't take as much to move the shock, meaning it absorbs a lot of the small bumps and it actuates a lot easier and a lot better. You match that with the broader torque band on this car, and this is a limited. It has the 18-inch wheels. Definitely a huge difference and improvement compared to the previous generation Crosstrek. Steering is extremely quick. The ratio is 13:1. You know what that's the same as? It's the same as the Subaru BRZ. Of course, we're not here to show that this is a sports car, but it's great to know how capable this car can be. This is fully stock, remember that. It's quite fun, actually. Brakes are very, very good. We've actually been lapping quite a bit. Yeah, if this Crosstrek can do this, you have no problem with it on the street. If that's not impressive enough, how about taking it to the dirt and tackling some fairly advanced off-road obstacles? The all-wheel drive has been tweaked for this generation with better power delivery during sharp steering angles, and with a CVT and X mode, this Crosstrek is incredibly capable. Once again, remember, this is not a hardcore off-road vehicle, and most will never subject their Crosstrek to this type of punishment. The second generation Crosstrek is a real gem in whatever class it's in. Whether it's a compact car, SUV, or subcompact SUV, you'll be really hard-pressed to find a vehicle that has this much refinement, technology, all-wheel drive capabilities, and utilities all in one package. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more everyday reviews, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.